just say lock it in is closed.
You lock those teeth in.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Spurs come into town. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA presented by 2K Sports for this Thursday afternoon game. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for San Antonio. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Pau Gasol is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the point.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Wade, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Dwayne Wade continues, Clark, to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. He used to attack the rim all the time. Now it's mid-range jumper heavy.
And so he makes both from the line.
And for Wade and his change in style, I really felt it was a necessity. Guys his age can't continue to hit the floor as often as he's used to and expect to make it all the way through the season.
Now here's Leonard. Left side Gasol. Fires from 14. Cannot hit. Good D by Lopez. San Antonio on defense. Passes it to Wade. Fires from deep. Wade missing again.
And, you know, in general, back to Wade now. All the greats evolve and add to their games as their careers move forward. The best way to stay relevant in the NBA is by adding to your game and honing your skill.
And that one's good. Parker.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Off the screen, it's Butler, that time on the assist by Rondo.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Parker kicks to Gasol. Outside Leonard. Green, the screen. Pass to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. No luck. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Wade with it. He's picked up by Parker. Gibson the screen. Wade drives in. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Rondo against Parker. Leonard on the wing. Lots of room. Offensive rebound. Here's Gasol. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless. Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, would ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Lopez dishes to Rondo. Gibson setting the pick for Wade. To the middle. Shot's good by Gibson. Gibson's got his first points of the game.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
On the wing, Green. Dwade is covering. Gasol passes to Leonard. Back to Gasol. No good. Good D by Lopez.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Rondo. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And it's Butler missing.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Parker kicks to Green. Aldridge wide open. He fires. The rebound by Gibson. Chicago leading. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What did you find out, DB?
I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake, and with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Gibson the screen. Outside Butler. Feeds to Wade. It's stolen by Green. Dishes it to Leonard. Finished off the break.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Here's Lopez. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Rondo dishes to Lopez. Gibson, and he slams it one-handed. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum. And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. They get a hand on it. Valentine, covered by Mills. Here's McDermott, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And, Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
And Chicago has possession following Kevin Martin's 3. There's the dish to Mirotic. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. Count that one. Mirotic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history, and Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time, so look for him to bounce back in the years going forward. Now that's a killer crossover. The defender got totally shook up by that move.
The feed to Lee. The shot no good. And in Chicago the other way.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Here's Cannon. Here's Valentine. Mills with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
There's a good screen. And he uses the glass on the layup. Chicago leading by 3. Here's Cannon. He feeds it to Mirotic. Another one falls for Chicago.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Three-pointer, Martin. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Bulls lead by 5. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better, and Pop always challenged me. He came to me and he said, you know, good players, they can have a great season, but the great players, they have many great seasons. So he said, what you want to be?